diamonds, all things diamond painted. Square around, I'm glad you are around. Grab your plate, grab your wax, get ready to sit back and relax. Don't see you're single, whatever your niche. Here is your host, a guy named Rich.
Well, hello, everybody. Happy Sunday afternoon on this beautiful day here in Chicagoland, even though it's a little chilly at 58 degrees outside. It was definitely colder this morning. I was freezing my buns off. Welcome on in, everybody. Glad to have the opportunity to catch up with all of you. Not that I'm counting or anything, but 5 days and 23 hours to set sail on Icon of the Seas. I am so looking forward to this. I can't even tell you how I'm looking forward to just sitting and basically doing nothing. I want to sit and do nothing and stare at the sea, and that's it. So let's see who is here with us today. We got Sarah Barden. Hello, welcome on in. Diamonds in the Deserts, also previously known as Asia Rios. Welcome on in. Christopher, hello. Carol Racine, hello, neighbor. Hope all is well. Cindy Bendit, hello. Cindy, how are you? Matt, hello. There's Tammy, Troublemaker Tammy. We'll get into that in just a minute. And there's Doretta, Chocolate Diamonds. Hello, welcome on in. Francis, hope you're doing well up there in Alaska. I saw some pictures from the, what was it, tsunami or whatever from up there. I hope everybody's well up there. Hello, Sarah Ann, welcome on in. Cindy, did you fall asleep good last night? Yep, we'll talk about that. Christopher's there with the ship. Thank you. Jetlag, hello, welcome on in. Judith, hello. I was a worn out beaver yesterday. Oh, hi, Jeanette. Hello. Mudnut. Hello. Mudnut. Everybody send some hearts to Mudnut. She lost her little baby guinea pig yesterday. And she's very upset about that, which rightfully so. Pets they work their ways into our hearts, regardless of their size or their breed or anything. So my heart goes out to Mudnut, as I'm sure everyone else does. There's Diamond's dog, Melanie, Mr. Sleepy XL Buckies. Yes, we'll get into that. Trust me. Chocolate Diamond says vacation takes forever to come and blink once it's over. Yes, 100%. Next thing I know, I'll be on the plane ride home for sure. Francis says it's been snowing here. The typhoon was devastating. We didn't get hit with it, but it did get some high winds and snow from it. It is so weird to just think about a typhoon and snow. Like everything, typhoon to me is like tropical storm, right? And it's hard to reconcile that, but I mean, I guess it happens, right? So I hope everyone is doing well today. So yeah, so let's talk about Troublemaker Tammy and some of the stuff that people have alluded to here about falling asleep. So last night, if you didn't catch it, Tammy decided to have a Halloween party. Great. But she decided to have it starting at midnight till 2 a.m., which it went beyond 2 a.m. Not exactly sure how long it went beyond 2 a.m. But we were all instructed to dress up in costume. And I complied. I took a nap beforehand. I had a Celsius energy drink beforehand. And this is how the evening started out. This was me as Bucky's loser cousin here. I had a beaver onesie. This was an entire onesie. And I had the brilliant idea that I was going to, as you can see, I had the beaver den behind me. or the beaver dam, I should say. So I had the great idea that I was going to have sticks, wood sticks that I was going to be eating the entire evening. So I had a box of breadsticks and a box or a bag of pretzel rods that I ate the entire time for at least 2 hours. I was just doing nothing but eating pretzels and breadsticks. So this is how the evening started. 2 hours later, this is how the evening ended. This is me asleep, apparently on my desk, paying homage to the late, great Minnie Pearl with the XL sticker on the nose of the beaver. But I fell asleep right here. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I fell asleep. I had taken down at some point. I took down the beaver beaver dam, and I had my spooky lights going. So I think it just got a little too dark in here or something, and I went down. Matt says we answered the age-old question of how much wood a beaver could chuck. Absolutely, 2 hours worth, 2.5 hours worth, maybe. So he says it was almost a 4-hour live. That's it was 3, not 4. Yep, that's Tammy for sure. I'm sure. I remember that all of us were saying, um, we gotta get through the. Let's do presents. Let's do presents. Let's do or the gifts, like the giveaways, and there was a lot of chatter and stuff like that. Everybody looked fabulous. There was a number of great costumes. Everybody rose to the occasion to get that done. Want to go on record. I was not. No adult beverages was being had. I think I just overloaded on carbs. I don't know what happened. Melly says you were dancing then out. Yeah, I remember dancing. I had something in my head. I don't know what was going, but something was there. Eve says she was yelling beaver down, beaver down. Yeah, I was, and that would be a lot of woods, Matt. That would be yeah, how much wood can be tasted in 2+ hours? I don't know. There was a lot. So before anybody could rat me out, I decided to bring that here so everybody can see that without from me, from the beaver himself. All I know is I woke up and I looked at the screen and I could tell that I wasn't on stage. So I just shut the computer down. I got up, woke up Sammy because he was sleeping, and we went into the bedroom. He got in his bed, and next thing I know, I woke up sweating in a beaver onesie because I just had laid down on the bed, and there was a warm onesie. So got up, took that off, went back to bed. Sammy woke me up probably about 6:30 to go outside, and it was raining and cold and windy here this morning. So it was like perfect sleeping weather. Well, I took him out front. He went to the bathroom, came back in. I got him a treat. We went back to bed, and I woke up at 9 o'clock, which even if I sleeping in for me is 7:30, because even if when I try, Sammy's going to wake me up. So that was very late for me to sleep. And I'm going to tell you right now, I felt like I had a hangover and I was not drinking. And I still feel very out of sorts. I'm having another Celsius here to try and to wake up a little bit. So the moral of the story is do not eat pretzel rods and garlic breadsticks together, because yeah. Doretta says, Rich, I fell asleep too. Yes, but you were not doing it on camera. in front of everybody. Tammy did love it, and it was a good time. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. Um, Matt says some were worried about you waking up being sore, and somehow I restrained myself from further comments. Okay, interesting. Sort of curious as to what those were, but yeah, I didn't. The only thing that hurt really was my elbow because I think I was on the edge of my light pad and my desk and stuff. I was even this arm, my sleeve of my onesie was stuck to the diamond painting that I had down here because I'm at my diamond painting desk. And yeah, I just got up, lights off, bed in the onesie. Sarah Ann says, I went to bed at 1 a.m. I woke up at 9. I never do that. Yeah, I was super tired. Melly says, try to call, no answer. Yes, I saw text messages and calls. I didn't hear anything. Sarah Ann said, I need to go back to my 10:30 p.m. max bedtime. You know, I've done this complete switch from morning person to evening person. And I'm curious to see because I used to be a morning person. I used to get up in order to get to work downtown before traffic was absolutely bonkers. I would be up at least 4 a.m. and I would be in bed usually by no later than 10 o'clock. And now I get up my alarm goes off at 5:30 during the week. That gives me enough time to get up, get Sammy ready. I can sit down, have some coffee, check emails, check news, whatever, and then log in around 7 a.m. for work. But yeah, I'm up till 10, 11, midnight sometimes. I don't know. I don't know how that switched, but I am curious to see. I noticed that I'm very susceptible to like the time change and stuff. So there'll be times that I'll be curious to see if now that it's going to be darker out, if I'm going to be going to bed earlier, if I'm going to get tired to go bed earlier or not. Because normally I will flip-flop at that time of the year for sure. He says, next video, how to remove faux beaver fur from your sticky canvas. Yes, yes, that's going to be the next. Diamond Painting 101, how to get the stuff off your canvas. So yeah, so now I have turned totally to cruise prep. I have a busy week ahead of me. And part of why I think I was so tired is work has been a little crazy. My boss was out for part of the week. And of course, nothing happens when she's there. The minute she steps out, then all crap hits the fan. So I was busy. Plus, it's the end of October is end of fiscal. So all of our, and it was reporting week. It was our monthly reporting. So end of fiscal, not that I do anything financial, but all of our planning documentation needs to be wrapped up. New planning documentation needs to be ready to go for fiscal 26. And then in Q1 of fiscal 26, so in November, we're like the whole testing cycle for audit examiners starts over. So I'm getting ready to have some testing done on my team. So I'm going through and making sure that all of our T's are crossed, our I's are dotted. But they have 4 days from me, and that's all that they're getting. Because then I'm off on Friday. I fly down to Miami on Friday. And yeah, I'm 100% cruise mode. So here's something, got 2 new purchases here. So as you may know, it's very customary to decorate your door of your cruise cabin. And I really do it less from the aesthetic standpoint and more from I can't find my room half the time. Like I will forget, like what was the number? I know it's this deck. And it's like it's so much easier to see something on the door and know that it's your door. So here's my newest purchase. Not all who wander are lost. Some of us are just looking for our cabin. And Rich, this is your cabin with a very delicious drink, which I will be having plenty of. So there's that. And since it is Halloween, I got some fun magnets that are spooky beverages. This will be fun, and these will be up high out of the reach of any kids, because you never know, stuff may go missing. This, because it's personalized, the tip is if you do stuff like this, get something personalized because it's much less likely to go missing. And then I will bring this as well, and this is faded because it's 5 years old now. And it but I'll bring this one. I don't bring my good one just because it goes away. But this is I survived the cruise shutdown of 2020 with Royal Caribbean. I cruised right before the shutdown. And during the shutdown, I watched a number of the ship captains took to Facebook and whatnot to talk about how they were sitting in the middle of the seas. If you remember correctly, there wasn't room enough for everybody to dock. So they were just sitting off the coast of wherever. And that's where they sat until they could figure out how to get cruise members home, or the crew members home and stuff like that. And then as soon as it started back up again, I was there. I got my COVID vaccination. I was masked up. You had to mask up everywhere in the ship unless you were sitting down drinking, which then, okay, I have to drink because I don't want to wear my mask, right? I don't know. Yeah, so I am totally in cruise mode. Laundry's being done right now. I checked the weather. It's going to be 83, I think, in Miami on Friday, which will be nice and warm from here. And then St. Martin and St. Thomas are supposed to be in the 80s and stuff like that. So I'm just so looking forward to that. Let's see. Melanie says, diamond painting messes up my schedule. Yes, 100%. I have difficulty. You start that new section and you're like, I just need to finish this section. And then inevitably you finish that section and you've uncovered something else cool in the image. You're like, okay, just one more section. All right, just one more section. And I really don't like going to bed midsection, but sometimes I've just been like, you know what? I'm done. Cover it up. Let's go to bed and whatnot. But yeah, good times. Melinda, hi, welcome on in. Diamond painting is my schedule, says Cindy. Yeah, if I had my druthers, like that's what I would do. If I'm diamond painting, I'm awake. If I tired, I'm going to go sleep, but diamond painting would be my thing. I really wish I need to win the lottery is what needs to happen. Matt says I go on a bender every now and then. Yes. Melanie says, am I diamond painting on the boat? I think so. And let me explain. Like one of the things, I think I talked about this last week, like I was in a slump, right? Really not motivated by any of the diamond paintings I was working on. Well, then I started that Peggy Collins Mountains of Strength, and those colors just slap you and wake you up. So now I'm back into it. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to bring with me. The obvious answer is going to be minis, but part of me wants to bring a real piece. But all of my whips right now have a lot of colors. And I don't want to be, I don't want to have to like set up towers of tray bricks and stuff like that. So I'm thinking I'm going to go through later this afternoon. I'm going to go through my stash, look for something small. I'm going to take a really close look at my Star Wars canvases because I would like to bring a Star Wars canvas. The only ones that are really low color though are the big movie poster ones, and I don't know that I want to drag all of that, but I'm going to take a look. I'm going to find something. I did get a rechargeable light pad, so I'll have that. But yeah, I think I'm going to, whether I do it at night, staying up late in the cabin, or if I set up shop somewhere. I asked my cruise buddy Lisa if she wanted me to bring her anything, and she was like, no. But so we play a lot of Rumicube, the rummy with the tiles. And I also have a card game that, what the heck is the name of it? I forget the name of it, but there's a number of different themes, but the whole thing is there's really no rules except however many you're supposed to hold in your hand and how many you pick up, but the rules are on the actual cards. So it will tell you, you could play one that says the other person has to give you all of their cards, or now this one has to, whatever the things may be. But there's a whole bunch of, I don't even know what the name of it is. I'm trying to see if I can pull it up really quick. But they're all different themes. There's like a space one. There's like a monster one. There's all different themes. The one I'm bringing is drinking themed. Go figure. Why not? Let's see. Sarah Ann says, have fun with me on the cruise. I will have fun for everybody. Trust me. There's Berta. By the way, Rich, you're welcome. Yes, I heard you removed me from the screen. Thank you for doing that. Luckily, I was not sitting there drooling on myself or anything. Doretta says, yes, you and me both need to win the lottery, right? And I try. I'm telling you, I try. I really try. Maybe I'll hit it big on the casino. I doubt it. On the ship. I usually do spend some time in the casino. I get postcards almost every day offering me free cruises. So I know that I have a problem, and I admit that. But your casino loyalty resets every year, so I have to re-up my casino status to hopefully still get that. But yeah, so yeah, it's been a tiring weekend for sure. Staying up late really messed with me a little bit. And then, of course, sleeping in a beaver onesie. I think I had a very bad dream last night. And that's probably why, between carbs and hot beaver skin. I had a very weird dream that I got a new job and I had to go downtown. And I went downtown, and the entire building, high-rise building, it was the company that I worked for, but there was a lot of it was like public spaces, so bars and stores and restaurants and whatnot. So I was going to work, and I stopped and I dropped off Sammy at the house that my grandfather used to own that is no longer standing. And I dropped him off with my uncle, who is no longer living, and went downtown. I met with people in the office section of this, and then they says, you can go ahead and you can walk around the building, go shop, go get something to eat, whatever. It's part of the like orientation thing. So I did, and I remember walking around. It was very weird because it was like a lot of hallways and weird back things you had to go through and stuff. And I sat down. I remember I ordered artichoke dip and a beer. And I could not find the waitress to give me my check. And it was getting later and later and later, so much so that the after work crowd left, and I was sitting there by myself, still trying to find my waitress. And all I kept thinking about is, I have to go pick up Sammy. I have to go pick up Sammy. I have to go pick up Sammy. And then all of a sudden, a friend of mine who I've not seen in years walks up, and we start talking. And I'm like, I have to go get Sammy. I have to go get Sammy. And then I woke up, and with a panic feeling. You ever wake up like you dream about something bad happening or some type of stressful situation? You wake up feeling like that. That's how I felt. And then, of course, I looked over and Sammy was in his bed, and I thought, okay, good. But if it tells you anything, normally I don't remember my dreams. Normally, I don't even know if I dream, because I'm sure I do. I don't remember them. I remember this one, and it was distinct and whatnot. So again, the moral of the story is, do not eat a whole bunch of garlic breadsticks and pretzel sticks before you go to bed. Saran says, I can't stand being hot when I sleep. It has to be super and cold. I agree. My window is open pretty much all winter. And I like it nice and cold. If it's like the Arctic blast type thing and it's many degrees below zero, I have a heated blanket on. But yeah, I did not enjoy waking up super hot. Melly says, stressful dreams are not restful. No, they're not. Chocolate diamonds. Yes, I could. Maybe I should keep the beaver suit, and maybe I if it gets really cold again, I put that on. The funny thing is last night, as I'm participating in the Halloween party, Sammy has to go potty. So I took Sammy out front. I'm like, please don't let any of the neighbors look out the window right now, because I would have some explaining to do, and I really don't want to do that. But yeah, it was a good time despite falling asleep. I don't know if Tammy got offended by me saying she was a troublemaker, because I haven't seen her do any comments here, but who knows? It was her fault. It's always her fault, for sure. So what else? Let's see. So 2 mystery kits tomorrow from DAC. Everyone see that? Dakota, a Fantasy Ocean from Dakota, and a Briz Bazaar. And I don't want to spend the money, but I think I need to have them, just because the mysteries sell out and then they go away. So I think I'm going to have to use some points. But looking forward to seeing the guesses and stuff later on today, as people are posting guesses and stuff like that. That's part of the fun to me. Even if I don't buy them, I still want to see what they are. Figuring out the colors of the background of the image that DAC puts up, and then of course the saying, right? But I have found a new diamond painting obsession, pastime, if you will. So the last diamond painting I've bought, well, up until yesterday, the last new diamond painting that I bought was the Peggy Collins breast cancer one. However, I've discovered Mercari, eBay, Facebook Messenger, or Facebook Marketplace. Not even the D-Stash groups. Like, I look at the D-Stash groups, but I'm on these sites. I'm making deals, making offers, what have you. So I have a bunch of D-Stashes coming in, but they're not brand new. Does that matter? I don't know. um, makes me feel better. Like I'm not, and I can't even say that I'm always buying them cheaper, because sometimes you got to pay a little premium for, especially some of the mystery ones and whatnot. But yeah, I've gone down that rabbit hole. And then, of course, if anyone has not seen, the fantastic Miss Jade at Jade Gem Shop has a anniversary sale, 4 years of her shop being open. And you use the code, and it's 60, buy one, get one 60% off, or there's a 25% coupon for everything, depending on which one you want to do. So yeah, I did some damage there, not as much as I was going to. There, I went through my wish list and I got a couple off of my wish list. Then I was going to get a bunch of drills from Jade, because she's got sets of drills that you can purchase. But I decided to stop there because I didn't need to do that. Matt says, you got a couple unicorn tier canvases from Crashly's auctions, haven't you? Yes. Yes, Crashly's auctions. Yes, I've gotten a couple of those. Matter of fact, just this week I got the last one that I ordered. It's the DAC Mystery #1. And it's a fun Christmas scene, but needed to have that. But again, those aren't brand new, so I'm not spending a lot of money. Who knows? Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm not spending money on new diamond paintings, but I'm getting new diamond paintings, new to me diamond paintings. Sarah Ann says, I got my first needle minder for my cross stitch project. Awesome. I'm trying to look up here. I now use my cross stitch needle minders as cover minders. There's pretty much interchangeable. Here, a matter of fact, this one is a needle minder from Harry Potter. I solemnly swear that I'm up to no good. Yeah, I have to get out that little cross stitch, beaded cross stitch pattern. Maybe I'll do that tonight. I need to sort the floss into the colors and stuff and get it marked. I don't know that I'll bring that on the ship, because trying to get back into it, like, I think I would be too distracted or something. I don't think I'll do that. But anyway, Sarah Ann said, I went to Michael's Day, pick up a Christmas diamond painting, but didn't have any of the stuff out because they don't have room. They said it was all buried in the storage room. It's like late for a retail store to not have their Christmas stuff out. I know the last time I went to Michael's, they were putting away the Halloween stuff. There were pockets of Halloween stuff that they still had out that was on a deep discount, where I picked up 2 of the Halloween Make Market diamond paintings, but they did not have any Christmas out. And there were end caps and sections of shelving that were empty. Like they hadn't gotten anything out yet. But I know that it's out now because I keep getting a message. I have like a $5 credit from the rewards program. Like, it's going to expire. And I could go pick up. I checked. I'm like, looking for some of the diamond paintings, and they're like available in store. So I know that it's out there. But yeah, the next thing you know, it's going to be the holidays. I know we're already starting our year-end performance appraisal cycle, which is another fun thing. Of the 3 senior managers on my team, I have the most people. So I spend pretty much the rest of the year trying to figure out how to rate performance appraisals and how to communicate very constructively to people, any performance issues, and of course then justifying any type of increases, which, they've already started. Oh, it's been a bad year. Money's so tight. Okay, whatever. Our stock almost doubled. So go sing that song somewhere else. But anyway, Melly says, I hate seeing Christmas before. Did something just fall, like go down the screen here? I think did I see a floaty? Like, I don't know. What was that? It's inevitable though. I really think it's inevitable. Because before Christmas is over, we'll see Valentine's Day, won't we? Usually. Sarah Ann says, mine says available in store and I could order it, but you go pick it up and they wouldn't get it out for me. That's rude. That's very rude. That would make me mad. So what else? I don't know. I'm toying with the idea of, so I just did a video today, a whip review. Thank you, Christopher, for letting me know something floated down, that it wasn't my imagination. Now I'm hoping it wasn't a spider. I did a whip review. I don't know if I mentioned it last week, but there was a creator who did a post about, unboxings. Sometimes people think they're reviews, but they're really not, because you don't have drills on canvas. So I did an update on all of my whips, and I talked about how they're going, how they made me feel, the slump that I was in, if they helped me with the slump, if they hurt me with the slump, and whatnot. So that'll be coming out this week. And I do owe some other videos and stuff, but with work, it's been pretty crazy. And the way I deal with stress from work is I diamond paint. And doing a video is not the same thing, so it's like I'm very protective of my time of diamond painting. So I need to get all of that back going for sure. Jayla Lee, she says she had the same issue. She said she hated YouTubers. Well, that is road. Now we're going to march on Michael's for sure. I would think that you'd be happy that you're selling product in a time that economy is not great and stores are closing and people are having trouble living week to week. So shut up, Michael's workers. Mel shrunk. Berta says Mel shrunk. Like in the dryer? Like what happened to Mel? I don't know what that means. But anyway, other than that, I'm trying. So I got some other videos I know that I need to do. Next Friday, mark your calendars. I haven't gotten it put on the DP or Sparkler site yet, but it is up on the channel. Tima is going to be out of town, and I am beyond that. She reached out to me and she says, hey, do you want to use my time, do a video about bling? So I'm having another live with Cheryl next Friday, 9 p.m. Central. However, it is contingent on whether or not I get good Wi-Fi at the hotel. Which I should. It's Miami, right? So there should be good Wi-Fi. Plus, I have a hotspot in case I need it. But I will test out the Wi-Fi as soon as I get there, and we'll have plenty of time to post a message if I'm not able to stream. But definitely mark your calendars. It's a good time. It's even if you don't like to enhance, it's interesting to hear about the different enhancements and Cheryl's thought process from going through the enhancements. I know that from my time that I spent sitting next to Cheryl at Lone Star, that I learned a couple new things that I want to see if we can go over for the benefit of everybody. I know last time, who was it? Melanie Bear took notes and sent out notes and stuff like that, which was super appreciated. And I know everybody really appreciated it. I'm toying with the idea. I was talking with Melanie, who Melanie used to be a teacher and I have an adult education background. And we're like, we should come up with a workbook, like a workbook that we could have these bling things, if you will, and have places for people to take notes and have some small reference pieces in there, about the different gems and stuff like that. So I'm sort of working on that a little bit, but tune in for sure to check out what we talk about with bling. If you have questions, send them to me early, speaking of diamonds at gmail.com, and I'll make sure to jot down the questions so that we can get to it. Of course, you can ask questions throughout the live as well. And if you are a subscriber to my channel, if you want to come on and ask your question in person, let me know that as well, because that will be a member benefit of the channel, that you can come on and you can ask your question and whatnot. The only thing that we would ask is if you're asking about a specific canvas, Cheryl, we're not going to have time for Cheryl to design an entire canvas, but if you have a question about a specific canvas, send a picture of that canvas in with your question, or if you're going to be on the live, have a picture ready to show us, so that we're not trying to remember or scramble at the last minute to figure out what canvas we're talking about. Preliminary discussions with Cheryl is we're going to maybe reverse engineer some of the enhancement suggestion sheets, talk a little bit about why, what the purpose of doing some of the stuff on the enhancement sheets are. Plus, she said she's in the midst of enhancing because they've had their first retreat at Tall Oaks. Go check out, if you do not see Tima's live on Friday night, go check it out, because she takes you around the entire retreat center. And it is so nice looking. The most impressive part to me is they're moving all of the DP with Sparklers operations to, they have like an outbuilding, and it looks like, literally, it looks like a warehouse manufacturing place. And to be honest, I've always joked about, I want to go to Tima's and play with the drills, because it would be like going to the Willy Wonka factory. It seriously looks like it's a chocolate river short of the Wonka factory. So and they're not even done with it yet. They're still working on that whole piece. So definitely go check out her live. But stop by. Or go check out her live from Friday, but stop by next Friday, and would love to have you, and let's talk a little bit about bling. Diamonds and Desert says, I love that idea, notebook. Mel says, I love writing workbooks. Yep, same. I've been toying with somehow doing like regular bling lives, but that we would utilize the workbooks, especially if you haven't used it before. Yep, definitely gonna work on that a little bit. I'm a little out of practice. I haven't been in the training space for a couple years now, but I'm sure it'll come back to me, not a problem. Tammy says the new DP with Sparklers warehouse is my heaven. It really is. It really is. Like, she brings you in, and she's like, here's where we're going to do like the bagging and stuff like that. And then you go upstairs, and she's like, this is going to be this and this and this. But then all of a sudden you look over, and it's literally with like one of the garage doors that goes up and down, just literally a huge space. And all I just pictured was the little Oompa Loompas, AKA her kids probably, going through and, picking all the different orders and stuff like that. And yes, I love it. Let's see. Matt says, making a standardized files for us to make notes can make it so much easier to share in the group. Yes. Yes, 100%. I think it would be very helpful. and something that you could use even if you go back and rewatch a video or something like that or what have you. But the thing I think it would be helpful with is I always forget what exactly does this type of drill do? What does this do to the picture? Does it reseed? Does it bring it out? Does it do this? Does it do that? I always screw that stuff up and forget it. So I'd love to have a place to write that down. And that's what Melanie did last time for us. And it was great, but she did it. It was a rush, right? So she didn't get everything. So we're trying to think of a way to, make it 50-50. Some of the stuff is there, but then there's room for your notes and stuff like that. Let's see. Why are texts coming through as my name? I don't know. I noticed that as well because, I don't know why it's coming through like that. It's a YouTube thing. Yeah, YouTube, something's weird. Bling Journal could definitely be part of it. Yes. Shows looking for, because is that Joe? Is that name? It's Goofy? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Not everybody's name is showing up like that, unless your screen name is so similar to your regular name. I don't know. But yeah. So what else? What else? As always, a reminder that Crashly will be going live at 6 p.m. Definitely, if you did not watch the Halloween party from last night, go just to see Crashly and Kerwin's costumes, because it was imaginative, but yet obvious, but yet just so good. It's all okay, it is you, Joe. I'm like looking at the picture. I'm like, I think that's you, but it's like you're only that big. Their costumes that were there, and they were hilarious. So yeah, definitely go check that out. You had a couple. Let's see, who do we have? We had Crash and Kerwin had a couple costume. You had like a couple witches. I think there was a very sexy cat out there. Go check out the sexy cat for sure. Won't tell you who that was. Yeah, definitely go check that out. Talking a little bit about names. Costumes were phenomenal. Yes, they were. Thought it was because I'm on a tablet. Yeah, I don't know. And who knows? Is it? Though it's got to be YouTube, because it's not StreamYard, because you all are coming in through YouTube. Tammy said, call you today, Rich. No, that's okay. You don't need to. No, that's fine. I may be changing a little laundry though, so don't be afraid to call back. Let's see. I don't have anything else, unless anybody else has any questions or anything they want to talk about. Carol says, great Halloween party last night. Costumes, games, prizes. Yep, lots of laughs. Lots and lots of laughs. How is Sam, says Melanie. He's doing well. The suitcase is out though, so he knows what that means. So now he's like Velcro when I walk around the house and stuff like that. He's doing really well. I have to remember, I think I'm going to take his sample in out as soon as I get back, because I don't want to take it in before I go and then have them tell me I have to switch up a medicine and then have my neighbor take care of that. So I'm going to do it when I get home. But other than that, he seems like he's doing really well. His eyesight is definitely seems to, I don't know if it's gotten worse or if it's just like I'm noticing it more now. I don't know. But little guy, he's there. He's still crazy as ever. He doesn't want anything to do with me unless it's time for him to have something to do with me. So I know he feels fine about that. But yesterday I had ran to where did I go? I went up to Walgreens and somewhere else. And I got home and it was shocking because I walk in and he's walking from the kitchen into the living room. I thought, what the hell are you doing? Like he's sleeping and his face is dripping. He just went and got a drink of water. So I had good timing. Uh, so yeah. Let's see, Matt. The Cahoots needs to be a thing more often. Yeah, I had big plans to do the trivia and stuff, and then that sort of fell by the wayside. But we could definitely pick that up. Maybe have a regular trivia night or something. Seems to be very polarizing though. Some people love trivia, some people hate trivia, and then it's like, how do you? Then people are like, you pick bad trivia like themes and stuff like that. But it's like not everybody's gonna like the trivia theme, so who knows? Tammy said, I agree, Matt. Rich, I need to do more off on the channels. Yes. Sammy is funny. His attitude is the best. Yes, he is definitely a character. That is for sure. Looks like now Joe's name has changed again. That's so weird. But she's DMing you with the solution there, Tammy. Berta always wins. How does that happen? Like Berta pulled way ahead last night, way ahead, and it was Halloween themed. I don't understand how she does that. I really don't. And I know she's down. Did she have her iPad back last night? I think if she was back. So was she going on her phone? I don't know. Because she was like, for a while there, her stand broke for her iPad. So she was using her phone. I don't know. Think she's cheating? May want to look into that. Eve says, sounds like Sammy has some Cateared. He absolutely does. He absolutely 100% does. And the funniest thing is when he wakes me up in the morning, for a 20-pound dog, his paws are like ice picks when he comes walking on you. And he doesn't care what the hell he's stepping on. There's been a couple times that I've been jolted awake very much, very quickly. But he just comes up and then the minute I wake up and he lets me pet him a little bit, but the minute I go to like hug him or something and it's, roll over and he's up and he's down. He's like, nope, leave me alone. That's all. That's all I want to be. Matt says, Berta isn't real. She's AI. Yeah, maybe I've met her, but maybe it's like her online persona is just AI and it knows everything. I don't know. That could be. Absolutely could be. Pokey paws hurt. Yes, they do. And even my neighbor says that. And I don't know if I said, I have scars in some spots where I had laparoscopic abdominal surgery, 2 of them. He finds those spots and that will send me through the roof as well. But yeah. Well, we are heading we're getting up on the hour mark here. So I hear my laundry about getting ready to finish up. Matt says she sees all. She does. She's an alien, says Doretta. But I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. So remember to mark your calendars for Friday, 9 p.m. Central for another round of Bling with Cheryl. And then I may be helping support the Witch drawing on Friday, but I won't be there because that's too early. The Cheryl thing is later, hopefully after dinner. And then I may try going live from the boat or something, but I'll definitely be recording different things and have some type of compilation when we get back. So Yeah, thanks everybody. I will chat with you again very soon, if not from ship at some other point, maybe even Friday night. Yeah, so thanks everybody. I will chat with you soon. Happy diamond painting. Remember, there's no right or way to diamond paint, so you do you. Thanks everybody. Have a good week. Bye-bye.